Going on, good people? You know what's going on? I'm telling you, podcast, man. We back.
You heard? You heard? In here getting this,
Yeah.
look at that there. Getting it, my production on. My production, gotta get my production skills a little bit tighter, you know what I'm saying? But, put that in. We working on it.
Checking in, man. You know what's going on?
About to kick it off.
What up, baby?
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
He in that Michael Vick special over there.
Yeah, he's 30 for 30, man. You know, he was something like Vic, but he played running back. But he couldn't throw it. Oh, I'm just telling you.
You ready to kick it off?
Yeah, let's kick it off, man. What's happening, man? What's going on?
Restart that. See what. Who on there? It don't show you who on there, do it?
Nah, it ain't showing who on there right now.
What's going on? It's your boy DeVille, aka DeVille Washington.
This your boy Trife. You know what I'm saying? Trife Living His Life.
Welcome back to another episode of I'm Telling You podcast.
I'm telling you.
Shout out to everybody who watching on Facebook Live. Just got that notification. Got that notification, man. I gotta share that. Gotta get that out there to the people.
Yeah.
Just got that notification.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Y'all know what it is, man. If y'all...
Hey, hold on, wait.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Don't really look at me crazy. See what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all know, for y'all this watching, make sure, you know, like always, leave your comments, what you call them, suggestions, topics, and if we see it, who say, hey, y'all?
Send it.
If we see it on there while we broadcast it, we'll address the topic off top.
Off top, man.
Off
I'm telling you, podcast, man.
So first, we gonna hit y'all with the social media shenanigans that y'all love so much. This one I brought to the table. Busta Rhymes called out T.I.
Busta Bus.
He told T.I. if he bring it to the verses, he gonna bust his ass. Then T.I. came. Hold on.
Okay.
T.I. came back and said that's like him calling out Rakim or KRS-One. Well, he basically saying that the generations, the gap is too big. That's like him calling out 21. 21 bring it to the verses like they just too. They generation is too far apart for them to go head to head. That was T.I.'s response.
Well, I don't think Busta got enough hits, man. So
What? You don't think so?
I don't think he got enough. He got a couple hits, but I don't think he got enough to go get. Name them then. Anybody else? Name me some Busta Rhymes. Come on.
Give me some more.
Give me some more.
Pastor Cavassier.
That's okay.
Oh.
Pastor Cavassier.
Leaders of the new school.
Alright.
Woo-ha. Got you all the check.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, that's my
You might
boy.
got boy.
That's my boy. Busta
You might
he's a nice lyricist. He rap, but we talking about hits, man. When you talk about hits, there's known worldwide, man.
What T.I. got?
Just, man, you can have whatever you like.
That's legit.
Rubber Band Man. 24. That's how my niggas roll. Blow it, man. Come on, man. He got let's see what else he got. He got Bring 'Em Out. He got man, he got a lot of them, man.
I don't know, you kind of stalled.
All right, let me think about
You got a couple more out than I did, but you kind of stalled.
But I'm just saying, out of the ones that you got out and the ones I got out, Busta ain't talking about. He can't fuck with none of them that I just said.
But see, I don't know.
Motivation, ASAP.
Motivation. You're making it hard out here, man.
Hey, let's get away and get a room on the other side of town. Man, come on, man.
You got a point.
Busta can't fuck with this, man.
He got
two.
Man.
Do it. Do it.
Boys in the trap.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
I think part of it too though is what he said too, cause Busta was out before I was paying attention to who the hell Busta was. So I'm pretty sure he got some more stuff that slap. It just ain't stuff we were listening to.
And that's what you have to
like he said, that's like him calling out 21. The people who listen to 21 more than likely ain't the same piece of people that listen to T.I.
Right, and that goes back to what 50 Cent was trying to say about T.I. When you play certain songs, it's just like it's known worldwide. It's known everywhere. It's known not just a certain genre. You Don't Know Me. That's another one, T.I. But it's just the point of it's worldwide. It's not just hood people. It's not just black people. He had an old white lady saying, "Go, shawty, it's your birthday." And you know what I'm saying?
Hey, when that shit, when that shit come on, it don't matter where you at.
Man, I'm just saying it's you have to take into account to numbers, because numbers don't lie. Even though you have a lot, T.I. has a more southern base, but there's more people that know 50 Cent songs worldwide than would know a T.I. record, or you know what I'm saying? Because it's just when you play that song, you might know it, but then like I say, you.
So you saying Bus? T.I. gonna watch Bus, and 50 will watch T.I.
I mean, as far as I fuck with T.I., there's a lot of songs on T.I. that I like. It's probably more songs that I like of T.I. than 50, but we're not talking about me. We're not talking about you. We're talking about worldwide, and we're in the South, and I mean a bunch of Southern people. You know, we're gonna ride with T.I. But as far as
ride with 50 on that.
But when you put something on the radio or just tell me, just play this song, and then you see how many people, you know, one of T.I. biggest hit was, you know, you can have whatever you like, but a lot of his lyrics was catered to the dope boys and trap boys, and everybody's not a dope boy, everybody's not a trap boy. So you know what I'm saying? Then you can have whatever you like. That open up to the ladies worldwide. So now you got, you know what I'm saying? That's being, but 50 Cent, find me in the club, bottle full of books. Like everybody be in the club, man.
That was his only major CD, bro.
I understand.
There you go.
That was his only major CD.
Who is you over there talking, man? Come on,
I'm talking about, bro.
Right, you're right. That is what his major CD.
Only major CD, bro. The rest of them was garbage.
The Master did platinum too.
You didn't listen to him, bro.
The Master went platinum.
But listen how many CDs Tip had though.
But listen to what I'm trying to
say.
say.
I ain't all the way through.
No, I ain't listen to none of them. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Songs on Tips.
What did T.I. have? No. What did T.I. have after I'm serious? I don't even know.
Yeah, I know the albums that I mess with. I'm Serious, Urban Legend,
that was the segment.
and Trap Music.
King
versus the King, King versus T.I.
I have T.I. songs that I like.
Right.
There's no T.I. album that I'm like, that's my T.I. album. That's just me.
I only listen to 150 CD album, and that's
See, I was
The first one.
on 50 with the Guess Who's Back, the mixtapes, then the Get Rich or Die Trying. A lot of the stuff I went backwards. Once I heard Get Rich or Die Trying, I went backwards. It was like Buddy been slapping for a long time. But like you said, each his own. In the verses, I think what you said is the key. I think 50 has more music that transcends farther than T.I. does.
Right. And that's my only. Listen, don't get me wrong. I fuck with Tip, man. I fuck with a lot of his music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his music.
Oh, that's just saying people watch.
I know a lot of his music. Word for word, I listen to a lot of albums, but I'm just saying you have to think of. You just gotta think in numbers wise. So when you go look up the numbers of who sold what, how many number ones, that's why I wanted to. I don't care about how many number ones you got, how many albums you sold. That let you know how many people listen to it. That let you know how many people. He's not just talking about. Like I say, we was living that lifestyle. So the trap music, we related to it. So we was on that. You take somebody who's a 9-to-5, a business person. They're more in tune of, like, everybody goes to the club. Everybody wants to trap. And at some point in time, you went to the club. And then when they play that song, right, I'm just saying, but that's the point that 50 Cent was trying to make against the T.I. about the T.I. case. Because he was basically saying, well, bro, you got to at least have a certain amount of number ones and sold a certain amount of albums. Okay, just R. Kelly. Who do you think out there can compete with R. Kelly?
Ain't nobody fucking with Kells.
I'm saying, why not?
Nobody fucking with Kells.
Because his number ones, his hits that he had, there's just so many people know it. You can't go take, Chris Brown might give him, but you can't go just name somebody who's in the R&B field and saying like, bro, you ain't you.
But then that's like the same thing with the demographic. Or R. Kelly fans, Chris Brown fans,
right? But
like
even
if you leaving it up to the people.
But even if you don't even have to be R. Kelly fan, but you know some R. Kelly music.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's the whole point. You don't have to be a fan of some.
Chris Brown fans might not be R. Kelly fans, but I guarantee. Wait a minute. No, R. Kelly fans might not be Chris Brown fans, but I guarantee Chris Brown fans is R. Kelly fans.
Right.
Because if you didn't listen to it, you grew up. Your mama was listening to it.
Right.
Your dad was listening to it. Everybody would listen to it.
You know, can't nobody that's tuning in right now tell me that you don't know R. Kelly song.
Nobody.
I mean, from 12 Play to Hey Mr. DJ, Sadie, I Wish,
I believe
Half on a Baby.
They still doing I Believe I Can Fly at high school graduations right now.
I mean, it just has more of an impact into the society of what was going on, man. So that's the Kato was happening. That's just what's going on. That's how I judge
Real
as.
Cast. Shout out to the Real Cast with that I Believe I Can Fly. Look, if y'all ain't listen to the Real Cast, y'all need to go check them boys out. Follow them on Instagram, the Real Cast. Yeah, about that podcast. We gotta get on. They invited us to come and join their show. We gotta get on their show.
So when we come, just tell me a date. We'll be there.
They in Arizona, so it'll be late night.
Late night, Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we get.
I know you kind of old. You gotta make sure you get a nap in.
Well, you gotta get a nap in.
None of that.
I be out here, man. I don't never see you nowhere I am no more, man. You old.
Check this.
You doing what old people do.
Yeah, man. I be in the house with my feet up, drinking liquor, chilling. That's where I be at.
I ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna bust a move to one of these days.
What on? Just let me know.
You see, you be letting me know too short notice. I'm old, so I need.
You just heard it, right?
I need heads up. Like you gotta hit me up like 3-4 in the afternoon and be like, "Hey, we busting a move tonight." Cause by the time I see it, look, let me tell y'all. By the time I see it, he be standing out in front of the house on the steps, posing.
You know what's going on.
Getting his sexy shit on. Pause. He be out there getting his sexy shit on. By the time I realize he going, I got to. Anybody got time for that? But, okay, 50 Cent. They was messing with 50 Cent, saying he was supporting Trump because he said he wasn't with that 62% tax thing that Biden was trying to pull off.
Yeah, he said he want to be 50 cents, not 20 cents.
Not 20. What you think about it? Cause I know you said you want to be like Trump and pay $7.50 for your taxes. So what you think about that?
I mean, like it goes back down to the people you hang around and the type of money you got. Because people with money, they don't want to pay more taxes, and a lot of the people that we're around and accustomed to really don't have money like that. So we trying to squeeze blood out of turnip, get how we live. So yeah, okay, but like I say, it depends who your associates and who. If you hang around millionaires and they tell you out your $1 million, you got to pay $640,000. You gonna have a problem with that too.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get to that point, man. I mean, it's a lot of other things that I don't agree with, but when it comes to taxing and taking my money, if I go to work, okay, just put it like this. I know a couple of my partners, a couple of people that's on child support.
Mm-hmm.
You go to work 40 hours a week, you get your check, and they take your child support out, and you got $42 left. Do you feel some type of way about it?
You be like, fuck child support.
Fuck child support. I ain't going to work no more. I'm finna figure out something else, man. It just, when it start hitting your pocket, you have a problem with it. It just, you know what I'm saying, the different demographic, the different, your wages, what you making, and a lot of people that we associated with and we might know are on those levels, so it really don't affect them. And they said it wasn't gonna affect nobody if you ain't make more than $400,000. I don't know too many people that I kick it with that make more than $400,000 a year. Mm-hmm. Maybe you do. If you do, then you know you can get their take on it. But I can't speak because I'm not making that money. But at the same time, if I was, I wouldn't want to pay out them taxes either. That's all I'm saying. And I'm trying to be like Trump and pay $750 in federal income tax. That's the only thing I want to be like Trump in, paying that much in taxes.
Word. Now, another issue I want to speak on from the social media. I've been noticing this for a while, and it's okay. First of all, what I don't like is when people play that whole, what you call it, play with the vernacular, play with the words, and they be like, a boy would do this, but a man would do that. Or if he does this, you're not dealing with a man, you're dealing with a grown boy. First of all, that's bullshit.
Okay.
A man is a man, regardless if he's fucking up or not. He's still a man.
Right.
You still got to give him that much, what do you call it, acknowledgement. I feel like that's a psychological game that people play with people to get them to do what they want to do. Because they be like, a real man would. So now you sit here, I'm not thinking, let's do this. Let's paint the picture.
All right, we're painting the picture, y'all.
They be like, you sit here, you listen to this conversation, and somebody say, a real man pays all the bills. And you sitting there like, damn, I want to be a real man. So shit, I should be paying all the bills. A real man, I don't know, shit, doesn't let his old lady take the trash out. Oh shit, I gotta take the trash out because I'm gonna want to be a real man. I feel like it's a psychological game that motherfuckers is playing to manipulate men to do what they want them to do. And I'm about tired of women on the internet telling men what a real man is.
I agree with that. Okay, I'm just going, before I elaborate on that.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I just want to say, if you're not a man, you can't tell nobody how to be one.
Gotcha.
I mean, that just it in a nutshell. What you could do is tell certain qualities that you like in a man, but you can't teach a man how to be a man. Even though you might have had your daddy or your uncle or somebody close that you seen that you thought what a real man represent or is supposed to be. Well, let me just back up a little further. What's the definition of real? That's where it all started. You saying a real man. What is the definition of real? And what I come to realize is, if you get 10 people in the room, 8 of them gonna have definition. They're gonna have different definitions of what they feel like real is.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna either add some or they're gonna subtract some. And they were like, no, I don't feel like real is real. It don't matter if you flip it, turn it upside down, backwards.
Real
it's
across
still
the
gonna
board.
be both all the way across the board, and there's no just permanent, you know what I'm saying, definition of what real is. And I mean, because my definition of being real is being true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, however I look at it or I feel about certain things, I'm being real about the situation. I'm not using, and that's what you gotta take in consideration as being real. Real is being real to yourself. The things that excite you, make you, unhappy, whatever, you have to be along those lines, man. There's no one definition or I'm a real nigga. A lot of the real niggas that people say end up snitching. Okay, he was real until he snitched, but he was gonna snitch the whole time. So what's your definition of real? If he ain't never been, you don't really know.
He was real until it had to be.
Right.
He was real until the situation. Cause that's like when people be talking about, oh yeah, that's my boy, that's my homeboy, he's solid. You don't know if he's solid until he's been presented with a situation where he has to be solid. If y'all ain't never been in a situation where somebody had to stand tall, you can't say he was standing tall. Like, I done been with this man through some shit. I know he's solid. I know he's staying tall. It's been times we done been in the whip with some things and smoke things, and bro be like, I got it. This me. And there's been times where you do just not only in them conversations, but in actual situations where we done been into where we know how each other gonna react when the pressure hits. If you ain't been through that with somebody, male or female, you can't say they real until some real shit hit.
Right.
Everybody real until it's time to be real.
Everybody put on a facade, or they can say the right things, or walk the right way, or dress like, or act real. But when the situation presents itself and it's time to put all that into action, will you stand up? And a lot of people gonna fold. That's just like basically in school, you doing all the homework, regardless on how you get the answers. You doing all your homework, you making all hundreds, you doing this and that. I don't care if you cheating, I don't care how you do it. That's not. But when it's time to take that test, and your teacher put you over there, you make a 24, and they ask you what happened, you said, I'm doing it for Kobe. No, you wasn't doing it for Kobe. You just got exposed, man. You was going through the motions, you were acting until the time presented itself. Because one thing you cannot take away that's information. Knowledge. Knowledge is something that makes you make certain decisions, and that's based on your understanding. So if you don't understand what's going on, or you just going off what you hear people say, a real man would never tell, or a real man wouldn't do this, a real person wouldn't put you in a situation where you wouldn't have to do that. Let's get down to the meat of it. Like, okay, if it's a situation, if you're in a car with 3 homeboys and one got a gun and not supposed to be, one has some narcotics or whatever the situation is. Now, it would be nothing wrong with everybody going to jail for whatever it is they had. I feel like there's a problem if no one wants to claim or take responsibility of it. But then you got people who gonna say, well, bro, I understand you in a worse situation than I am. So I know you're on probation, so I'm gonna take your weed charge and I'm gonna take my gun charge because I'm going to jail for my gun anyway. Yeah. So what the hell is the weed gonna make any difference in? But at the same time, when someone respects you enough to try to help you out, don't shit on them. Yeah. Try to go to their bun, try to get some money or keep some money on this book. Try to look out for his family when you can, and that's where things have fell apart. Because nowadays when you have people who say, hey bro, I rock with you, and they go out on a limb and like, bro, yeah, I'm going to jail anyway for my gun, I'll take your weed charge.
Yeah, that gun lightweight compared to the weed lightweight compared to the gun.
I'm going anyway, so okay, well check this out. My bud ain't never $800. Niggas won't even go try to get up no money to put towards $800 to get the nigga out. Right. Niggas won't even try to
I thought you was boy. I won't even, hey.
They won't even, do the necessary thing. Like, there's a lot of people, and that's where a lot of the realness got. I mean, it's just all kind of definition, man. But if somebody go on a limb and try to do something for you, be real on your end. Yeah, he was real about taking the charge because I'm going to jail. Now you need to be real about. I know I kick it with you every day. We spend $60, $70 on drinking. We smoking. We going to the club. Go to a strip club. You get a strip of $600-$700. But then when I'm behind the bar, you tell me I ain't got it. I get paid on Friday. Call me. And when you call them on Friday, they don't answer the phone.
Right.
They ain't got. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Goes all the way around. It's reciprocal. It goes both ways.
A lot of people don't get in that situation. That situation specifically. Every little bit counts. When you behind that wall, man, every little bit counts. It don't matter if you give a brother $20. That means a lot when you behind that wall.
And when somebody give you $20, just make sure that you're not acting like you're on the street and just blow the $20. You gotta learn how to manage it because they might not be able to give money freely as you would want, or just be thankful for the things you do, for the things you receive, and you just gotta make it work for you, man. You can't just be out here and just blowing money like you on the outside, like you get it yourself. You can't. You depending on other people to do things for you. They're not obligated to, but if they do, be appreciative. Just don't think, well, I got $50 from my brother this week, I'm gonna get $50 next week. No, that ain't guaranteed.
Right. And like back to the whole
being a real
man. Like I had a conversation with somebody, and they said this was their words: a real man only needs one woman. So I take that back to what you just said about being real is about being real to and with yourself. I say, well, what about I feel like a real man, if he decides, recognizes that he needs more than one woman, a real man lays that shit on the table and say, hey, look, I know we kicking it. If you're gonna kick it with me, this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna have da-da-da-da-da. That's just how I roll. Either you can get on the bus or you can get off the bus, like Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks stayed on the bus. You get on the bus, you get off the bus. To me, that's a real man. You can't tell me that if I don't have one woman, I'm not a real man. It's how I go about doing that what makes me a real man or not. If a man don't want a real man, if he's a real man, he married. Maybe I don't want to get married. But if I walked in that door, I should have told Shorty, look, we gonna kick it. I ain't getting married. You gonna get on the bus and you gonna get off the bus. And let her make that decision whether she gonna roll with you. That's real right there. That's how I look at it.
E, you get an invite whenever you want to, baby. Pull up. You know what's going on. E, but hey, you exactly right. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people say you don't need this and that. Okay. And I guess it comes down to what are you looking for? Mm-hmm. You have to be real with yourself. Okay, so when you just say you just need one woman or one man or whatever, then that person needs to fulfill majority of the things that you're looking for or that you like in a mate. You can't just have money, have one of the, I got five traits or characteristics I'm looking for, and you got one, and you got two, and then you just think that you everything that a man with. You just gotta be real with yourself, like you said. If you feel like, hey, I'm not ready to get married or be in a relationship, then that's just what it is. But when the time comes, a man gonna make that choice. You can't force nothing on him to make it seem like, well, you a real man. We've been kicking it for you've been like you were trying to basically what you said. You were trying to manipulate him to put you in a situation that you're ready to get into. You can't make nobody get into nothing that they're not ready for. I don't care if y'all been kicking it for 1 year, 2 years, or 25 years. At the end of the day, another thing, females normally go off their feelings or emotions. Your emotions and your feelings change like the wind. One minute you happy, you whoop the whoop, and then
You about to lose some fans now.
I'm just telling you, like they are very.
He keeping it real. He being a real man right now. He telling you what he think.
They act off of. I remember coming up when I might be in the house and your mama come home or whoever was raising you come home and they're in a bad mood. The whole house in a bad mood because they finna give off that energy of what they feeling, that frustration off because that's what they feeling. It could be. I didn't feel too good this morning, but I still knew there's certain things that had to be done. So I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind. I got to get this done. All the other shit doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the females are basically, not all of them. I'm not saying everybody. Don't get mad at me. Don't beat me up. I'm just saying a lot of they're very emotional. That's what separates men and women. Because if a man is too emotional, then you know that he may be in that.
You need to get out your feelings.
You need to be in that other community.
Look, that's something that's wild too, right? Because we'll be told. First of all, let me go start right here. It's nothing wrong with a man being in touch with his emotions, expressing his emotions. That's fine.
A man does have feelings. We do go through all that.
But we'll be told you need to express your feelings. You need to share your emotions with me. And then when you start doing it, what people tell you? Oh man, you need to man up. You need to man up, man. You get up. You call your so-called homie. Hey man, look man, let me tell you what's going on, man. You dropping the whole spiel, and man, you need to get over that shit. Like, bro, how I'm going? And then the women to do it too. You acting like a little girl right now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like a lot of that real man, boy versus man, I feel a lot of that is just game. At the end of the day, it's game to get you to do what they want you to do, how they want you to do it.
Right, and just to go back, I feel like words or titles are a type of manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you attach a title to it, you feel entitlement to be whatever this title saying that you are.
And there's certain things
that goes.
You have to go. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And
if you're a garbage man, you know what you're supposed to do to be a garbage man. You're a ball player, you know what goes with. So the same thing, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's stuff that people push on you that this is the box. How to do your box.
Yeah, right.
This is what you're supposed to be. I might not want to be that.
So
you see, I've been practicing on how I look at camera.
Okay, you see, but what I'm trying to tell you is it's not exactly all in that box. So he might be a couple pieces out of the puzzle box of that, but then he might be a couple pieces. He might be a couple pieces out of another box, and that makes up who that person is. There's no one person that just all of one box.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, and if we want to go back to religion, nobody's perfect. So whatever definition you're looking for, he's not going to be all in one person. It's going to be, he might be 7 out of 10. You either going to lead that and try to find 10 or 10 or 9 or 10 or keep finding more, or you going to learn to deal with the 70-30 split. Well, they got 70% of the shit I like or the things I like, and I just deal with the other 30. And then sometimes you might have to swap out. Well, somebody might have another trait that you like a little more than this one. But you sacrificing the things that you already have, looking for something else, and no one's gonna be everything that you thought it was, or you feel like they need to be when they need to be it. This person might be loving, kind, caring, provider. All this at some point, a couple of days, maybe a month or two, or maybe a year, he just like, fuck that shit, I ain't doing that shit. So now when that time he's been doing all this that you love and you think he was doing, and then they get to this point that he's not doing it anymore. Now you ain't no real man. You need to be this. You need to leave me alone. I mean, because at the end of the day, everybody got their flaws, man. I ain't finna sit here and point no fingers and say this and that, but at the end of the day, being real is being true to yourself. And once you be true to yourself, you would express how you feel to other people, and they would know how to take and deal with you. But if you try to put yourself in, well, I'm gonna fit in this little box. You might not be exactly a square. You might just have square tendencies. But so why associate yourself totally with a square? You want to be a square, be over in a triangle, or be over here in the star. Be in all three. You can't make yourself be one thing, man. Everybody has different things that they like, different things that they into, and you just gotta find what it is that you want and what you into, and you gotta pursue and chase that. Other than that, it ain't no one definition of real. A lot of people, everybody, man, that nigga real. He will get money. Getting money don't make you real.
Don't make you real.
Having a whole lot of women don't make you real. Having a whole lot being a player don't make you real. Just because you get a wife don't make you real. Or you get a husband don't make it. All that. It's so many definitions, man. So you just got to be true to yourself and know what it is you looking for and you want, and pursue that. That's just my take on being real.
Mm-hmm. Walker Boy all the way in on that 30 for 30 though. He over there bit.
He might be a fan, man. Fuck yeah.
He got his head in the speaker. Why we record? He got his head in the speaker trying to hear that.
Man. I ain't trying to interrupt that.
That's
what you saying.
But everybody know I'm a big Mike Vick fan, man.
They know
Bro,
right.
everybody don't know that, bro.
Hey, well, it ain't their business. Don't even count.
Everybody know you like Miami. Everybody know you like Alabama. Everybody know you like Mike V. Anything else, everybody know.
I don't care what they don't know. I don't care what they do know. I don't care. Shit.
Go on.
I'm doing what I enjoy. I mean, this football is what I enjoy. That's what it is.
Right.
Knock yourself out. Okay, so with that being said, I got a question for you. Can a woman teach a man how to be a man?
Man, hell no.
He answered that shit real quick.
Listen, man. A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. I know a lot of my friends. I mean, people been in situations where your mother raised you.
I was raised by a woman.
And
you was raised by a woman.
Your daddy wasn't around, or he was around, but he wasn't involved in your life as you felt like he should, not on an everyday basis. He wasn't.
Not on the whole 365.
Right. So a woman can instill certain traits and certain characters that they feel like a man should have. Mm-hmm. But you can't teach him how to be a man. You can just teach him those certain traits of things, just like a man can't teach a female how to be a lady, because we're not one. So we're not going to vibe on certain things, on certain aspects or certain situations. You need to know from a man's point of view how we feel, this and that. Okay, but at the same time, I don't know nothing about that. You need to go talk to your mama, your sister, your auntie, your cousin, who can relate more to you, because I'm not going to feel that. I'm not. I mean, it's basically like, I don't know, man. It just, I don't feel like it can happen. And don't get me wrong, shout out to all the single mothers. You're doing a wonderful job raising your son. I'm not taking nothing away from you. You saying you need to be the father and the mother. You're playing the father role, but at the end of the day, you can't be a man because you're not one.
Shout out to my boy Robert Solomon out there, man. Robert say at the end of the day, a man gotta stand for what he believes in.
And that's being real and being a man.
Then we got Big Sam Presents on the IG Live. Big Sam said, why can't a woman teach what she created? Now, ain't nobody said a woman can't teach a man. What was said was, a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. Because how she know? That's like, if somebody said, when a guy say, I taught her how to suck dick. How you know?
Hold on, man. That ain't what I said. Hold on. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's just...
To me, I mean, that's how I view it.
Right. I understand.
How I'm going to teach you to do something that I don't know how to do? I'm going to teach you, like, I got a daughter. For a good period of time, my daughter lived with me. I had custody. She lived with me. I can't teach her how to be a woman.
Right, E. What she likes in a man.
I can teach her how I think a woman should behave.
Right.
What I think a woman should value. But all I'm doing is grooming her to be the type of woman that I like.
Right.
Her mama has to teach her how to be a woman. Because there's a lot of woman things that come with being a woman that I don't know nothing about.
Right. So that's basically what you can teach them, certain characteristics or certain traits that you feel a woman should have. But at the end of the day, there's all different types of people. So the type of woman or man you create is gonna be for somebody. They're not gonna be for everybody. If you treat you raise a man to do this and that, or go to school, get your education and this and that, or do that, or there's gonna be certain people that's not accepted because that's not what they are about. So you have to, once you find out the type of man or woman that you are, it's gonna be, so you might be okay. You might teach your daughter to be this way, but then she run into a dude that's raised up in another type of way. The characteristics and traits you instilled in her might not be what he wants, so he's gonna maybe dog her out or treat her bad because the lifestyle that he's used to or came up in, he's looking for a certain type of chick. And every chick's not gonna be for every man's not gonna be for every chick. So what you need to do is look at what you're fishing with. You need to change your bait. If you keep catching the same type of people, you like, man, I keep checking these niggas ain't good for nothing. They just keep cheating on me. Whoop, whoop. Well, you probably be happy and married if you never dogged out that nerd that when he was in school, he wasn't cool, he wasn't popular, he didn't have all the hottest clothes, but everything that you're looking for, he has now. And he looking at you like, when I wanted you, you was out there doing your thing. The same thing with the female on the other end. Man, I want a good girl, man. She would. Well, this the same girl that didn't go to parties, that didn't go out and do all this and that. But you want to go be with the girl who was at every party, y'all smoke, y'all kick it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, but what it is that you're looking for, you have to change the bait so that you can catch whatever it is that you're looking for. You can't be using rubber worms trying to fish and looking for catfish. Catfish like certain things. If you're not presenting those certain things to a catfish, then he probably not gonna bite. You might get lucky and get one every once in a while, but that's not what.
You said that like you know how to fish.
I know a little something, man, but I don't.
Shout out to Crystal, my baby mama. She tuned in.
What's happening?
Hit that donation button. Give me some of that money back.
Shit, what happened? I see you, man. But we just talking about what's your take on being real, or can a man teach a woman how to be a woman? Can a woman teach a man how to be a man? I mean, I feel like basically you got a cat and a dog, and the cat can't teach the dog how to be a dog. Mm-hmm. And if the cat walk around barking like a dog, you're gonna think something wrong with it.
Yeah. And if the cat hang around a dog long enough, then the cat starts to act like a dog. No bullshit.
Right. But at the same time, you got to put in realization. Like,
that's why we got a lot of these. Look, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
But it hit my soul.
Go ahead.
That's why we got a lot of these sassy savages out here. These sassy savages, these young boys, y'all way too emotional.
Quit wearing pocketbook. Quit painting nails.
Feminine.
Take out them tight ass pants.
You're acting reckless out here, my boy.
And then when the pressure on, then you fold. Fold like a wheelchair.
Right.
Cause you ain't never been put in no situation like that.
And I'm not talking about the men who have decided to live their lifestyle feminine. That's a different thing. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm talking about you real. Can I say niggas on the pocket? It's my pocket. You real niggas. You got some real effeminate ways out here, man, and y'all need to stop it.
Right.
What?
He said that's when carrying yourself as a gentleman, not just today, but every day.
Yeah, I got
a big part of your role in being a father.
What do you say?
He says that's when carrying yourself as a gentleman, not just today, but every day, plays a big part in your role in being a father.
Yeah, manners make the man.
Right. My son asks me all the time if he say, thank you, and then I don't say nothing, he's like, Dad, what do you say when I say thank you?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dad. It just matters. And a lot of kids today, they don't even say yes sir and no sir. Or they don't even know what that is. It's just a respect of reverence. You been here, you older than me, so I'm just gonna give you that respect. I ain't nobody saying that I ain't kissing nobody. I ain't woo. One thing I do know, to get respect, you gotta give it. If you don't give it, nobody gonna give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, you get what you put out. Life is about energy, man. You give out positive energy, a lot of times you're gonna get positive energy back. You give out negative energy, you're gonna be in negative situations and get that negative energy back.
All right, so let's segue into the next topic.
Let's go.
So I had asked you if you saw Charm City Kings. You hadn't seen it.
Nah, I
You
haven't.
seen 12 O'Clock Boys?
Nah, I ain't seen that either.
Well, basically, Charm City Kings is a movie that's based on 12 O'Clock Boys documentary. It was a young boy, his real name Pug. In the movie, they called him Mouse. All he wanted to do was be a 12 O'Clock boy. All he was about was the bikes, whatever it takes. But so, in the movie, I'm not going to spoil the movie for y'all that haven't watched it. I do suggest that you watch Charm City Kings if you ain't seen it. It was dope. It got Meek Mill, the young boy who was in Queen and Slim at the mechanic workshop. I don't know his name. I'm sorry, but I don't know his name. But he's in it. A couple more young actors. It was a good
Where
movie.
you find this movie at?
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Or probably if you got Fire Stick, it's on there too.
It's probably on there too.
You know.
But so basically, young boy he wants to ride the bikes. In the movie, it's the midnight click, something like that. He wants to be. That's his whole goal. Now around him, he got two partners. He got one young boy who he just with whatever. They all young boys though. None of them is really doing nothing wild, but one of them got wild tendencies. He with it, whatever. He just hadn't hit that point where he went across the line.
Right.
But he ready to cross the line.
Right.
Then you got one who just kind of like, he just there. That's my, these my dudes. They clown him, they joke on him, but he there because that's his man's.
You gonna get yours, B.
Yeah.
Get
So,
yours.
Meek, the one spoiler I will give, Meek is the ex-con who one foot in, one foot out. He doing this thing, he on parole. He trying to do certain things the right way, but he's still affiliated, with the people he came up with. And he trying to teach young boy, he tells him, you got to be careful about who you associate yourself with. You got to be careful about how you choose your friends. Now, this is something that I feel like young and old, some of us need to know and recognize the importance of who we keep in our circle. Because, like I think you said on the last podcast, that saying, if you hang with this many millionaires, then you probably be the next millionaire. If you hang with this many broke people, you probably gonna be the broke people. Be the next broke person.
You keep going to the barbershop, you gonna get a haircut.
You gonna get a haircut.
If you don't want a haircut, why you going to the barbershop? If you just go out there and hang out and listen to, eventually a situation gonna arouse itself where you gonna get a haircut.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, ever since you was a little boy, or at least ever since I was a little boy, my mama always critiqued everybody around me. Why you hang with this person? Why you hang with that person? You don't need to be with this person.
What's happening, Jamie?
You don't need to be with that person. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that does not stop once you become an adult. Even though you was a grown-ass man, you still need to be looking at who you keeping around you and who you be in a circle. Because what we just said, if a cat hang around a dog long enough, cat start acting like a dog.
Yep.
Or either the dog gonna start acting like a cat.
Yep.
It's just inevitable. Energy transfers, energy blends. Some of y'all problem is, some of our problem, I ain't gonna just simulate people. Some of the problem is, you around the wrong people. That's why you're not really achieving your goals. That's why you're not really pushing yourself to the point, to the level you could be on, because you around losers. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You hang around losers. You're hanging around deadbeats. You hang around people that ain't got nothing going for themselves, but you gonna be the one that make it. How, Sway? How? Who who you learning from. That's another thing. Who you learn? Who teaching you how to take yourself to the next level when you surrounded by losers? Ain't none of them losers teaching you that. You can learn something from everybody, but a loser probably gonna teach you how to lose. What you think?
I agree with that. Because at the same time, you have to have something where you getting your charge from. It's like a cell phone. Everybody nowadays got a cell phone. You on lives using a cell phone. You got a cell phone, and you are steady playing games, involved in all. You doing all these things that's draining your battery from your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You are the cell phone. At some point, you're gonna need recharging. Who are you recharging with? What's recharging you? What's giving you more power to keep going? To build you back up, because once you be around someone and it just steady draining energy or bringing you down, you gonna need. Eventually, you need someone who's gonna bring you up, and then eventually, at some point, you should realize, you know what? I'm finna quit going around there so much because you're not doing nothing but draining.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you need to be trying to build me up, even if you are on a lower level than me. You need to be trying to at least come up a level. If I'm a lower level than you, then I need to be around somebody who's on a higher level than me so that I can take notes. And that just all go back to being real, what it is that you're trying to do. If you're trying to be a club owner, you need to be around people who own stuff. You can't be a club owner and hang around everybody that's still on the block and slinging keys and being around the jack boys and doing this and that, because their mindset is not on trying to own nothing. The only thing they trying to own, and they most of the time they don't even own that, because at some point, even though if you buying whatever you buying, somebody gonna front you with the rest of it. So you still work for somebody. So if you trying to be an owner, you need to be around people who own something. Mm-hmm. If you trying to play football, you need to be around football players or people who talk about football. That's their lifestyle. If you trying to be a gambler, you need to be around people who gamble. They're going to teach you some little tricks about gambling. You don't need to be splitting your time up all over the place. You need to figure out what it is you're trying to do and go towards that and be around those type of people. Because at the end of the day, if you trying to be rich, don't you think you need to be around somebody who has money?
Mm-hmm.
They can teach you how to have money, how to pay $750 on income tax, on federal tax when it's time. Those are the things you need to try. If you don't want to do that, then that's cool. But if you just get your money and then run back to the people who wake up all late, they're not trying to do anything, they just doing the same thing, and that's back to what Kevin Hart said, man. I make money, but your money is different than mine. I can't keep up with you. You make money every day or every other. He wasn't ready. I ain't gonna call my auntie a bitch, but he had bitches. I had my auntie. Well, that's just what it is. You gotta associate your people with like-minded people, man. If
you look like you might have something to add to the conversation. You got something to add to the conversation?
I just like what y'all put on.
Okay, we appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I thought you might want to jump in, man. Get us a good game up. You know what I'm saying? Get your gold teeth on the lives or something, man.
Y'all hitting that shit on the head. Man.
Say what?
That's who I fuck with.
My brother, he doing his thing. He got some things on the works, but he need to stay committed to the people who are trying to be in that same direction. It's basically, okay, I'm in Atlanta and I'm going to Florida, and I might be going to Jacksonville, and DeVille D.I., he going to Orlando, and Walker, he going to Miami. I need that ride to get towards my go to the Florida line, but once we get certain things, I gotta branch off and go to where I'm going, because that's my destination. That's where I want to go. But if we need a ride, I'm finna jump in the car with my brothers. We gonna ride.
And ain't nothing saying we can't link back up on the way back.
But at the same time, I'm going to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
he going to Orlando. He going to Miami. Everybody has a different destination, a different way to get there. I just gotta go straight down 75. He going to Orlando. He gotta get on the turnpike, or it's depending on which part you go. And then he gotta go further down south to go through a couple turnpikes, and then go to this place and that place. Everybody's journey is different, but you got to find the people who are like-minded and then going the same direction that you're going. And you can catch a ride. Y'all can talk about what y'all finna do. Hey, bro, when we finish, I'll be coming back up on the 16th. He like, well, shit, I'll be back on the 22nd. And then Carl Walk was like, well, shit, I'll be back on the 30th. Well, shit, I'll still be around. We can link up. Let's go have a business meeting. Let's talk about some. You got some investment. You want to invest in something? That's another thing I want to talk about. Investment, man. You get some money, invest in something, man. The key is to be an owner. Quit going to work 9 to 5 because you sacrifice your body, your time, all this thing, man. At some point, you should want to be an owner, and you need to find out how to become an owner. Start an LLC. Find out the things that you need to do to make those things happen. Learn how to rich stay rich. Cause they ain't gonna tell you. They just ain't finna come to where you at and be like, hey, try. Let me tell you how to stay rich. Wow. No, they're not finna do that, man. You got to be around the people who are like that, and then just being around, you'll pick up some game. It don't matter what it is. If Walt was a great football player, if you was underneath Walt and you hit around and you stayed around him, he'll give you some little pointers on how he did what he did or whatever. But he just ain't finna come talk to you and you ain't interested in what he got going on. I'm just finna come and spill my guts and tell you everything. It don't relate to you. You can't force nothing on nobody. People only gonna accept it when they ready, man. And that's just about being married to what you want to do to keep it real. Once you accept what it is that you do, then you'll be willing to listen. Other than that, you just wasting your time.
Key word what he said: be willing to listen. Don't think you know every damn thing. Don't think that your ideas is always the best idea, because sometimes they ain't. Especially when you just trying to get your foot in the door. Your idea is probably not going to be the best idea out there. So when somebody come to you, don't always look at it like somebody knocking what you doing or what you thinking, because they say, hey, you say, hey, I'm trying to do X, Y, Z, and they like, well, that's might not be a good idea. You might need to do, D, E, F instead of X, Y, Z. Don't look at it like,
that nigga, hey.
He might know what he's talking about. He might did X, Y, Z, and that's why he know you need to do the other one. You can't quit thinking you know everything, and quit thinking you can do. Ain't nobody out here, no matter what they tell you, it ain't nobody out here that made it by themselves.
Nobody.
Everybody had a team. Everybody had somebody around them, somebody guiding them, somebody supporting them, somebody showing them a way. Nobody's out here just people. Everybody says, "Yeah, I'm self-made." Yeah, certain parts of the thing you did yourself. You put the work in yourself. You went and found the information yourself. You went and found the people that can give you the information yourself. But don't forget that there was people that gave you the information. You only did so much of that shit yourself.
You climbed the ladder. You climbed the ladder, but you had to use the ladder to get to where you were going. Mm-hmm. So you can't.
Ooh, that was bars right there, man.
You can't leave out the parts of what helped you get to that point. And everybody, I'm self-made. Well, you didn't invent the ladder. You didn't make the steel. You didn't make the wood to put it together. Somebody else did it for you. So whoever did that helped you get there. But you had the mindset to use whatever tool that you needed to use that to get where you were going. And that's how life is. No one makes it on their own. Mm-hmm. I got self-made on my own. But at the same time, I learned you can't be a leader if you don't follow somebody. So you got to be able to listen. The best leaders are the ones who follow. If you know the ins and outs of what's going on, then that will make you a better leader than the next person. Mm-hmm. So if you can't be the one to just hush and listen, and then you just speak, you always got something to say before somebody finish talking. Like I don't know, man. You just, take it one day at a time, man, and be real with yourself. Don't get caught up in the words. And before we get up out of here, man, I just want to say 2020 been crazy, man. A lot of people have been, I know the COVID started with Kobe Bryant and this and that. I just want to encourage you to tell the people that you click with, y'all cool with, you love them. Take as many pictures as you can. I don't want to be the one that's like, man, I ain't got no good pictures, because we're not gonna be here forever. And then when you gone, you know what I'm saying? Give people their flowers now. Mm-hmm. Don't wait till they dead and gone and get on Facebook and be, For you to say that, you need to have 73,000 pictures in your photo gallery of showing that y'all was enjoying life. Don't get up there and be like, you know what I mean? We just lost a couple people. I lost a couple uncles. Some of my brothers, they done lost people close to them. At the end of the day, man, you just enjoy life. You only get one. Mm-hmm. And everybody I heard a couple people say, I burn bridges. Why burn the bridge? Just don't go that way. Mm. That's just dumb. What you burning the bridge for? You ain't gotta. If the bridge over to the left, don't go to the left. You wanna what? You gonna burn the bridge on the left, and you still can't go to the left. So what's the point of burning the bridge? You just need to heal yourself, man, and you know, stay true to who you are, and tell you people you love them. Rest in peace, Mac. He just died in a car accident. A couple other people they don't pass away that's close, not necessarily related to COVID, but you know, man. Be around people who like-minded, man, and at the end of the day, strive to be better than you were yesterday. You know what I mean? Tell the people that you rock with, love them. You ain't gotta talk to them every day, but you don't want to leave on bad terms, man, because you don't never know. One day we here, next day we gone. So you know, keep that in mind, and you know, don't take life for granted, and be great, man. Like bro, I always used to say, man, let me be great.
Let me be great.
I'll let you be great. Sometimes, you know, being great comes with, you know, learning the hard way. But if I can prevent you from learning that way, I'm going to give my advice. But if you ain't ready to listen, then guess what? Ain't nothing I can do. You just got to go about it. But I ain't finna stress myself and beat myself up. But I'll try to tell them. Do you, bro? Yeah. I'm just saying, man.
I drop a juke one time. Man.
Come get on the mic.
I drop a juke.
Come get on the mic.
Walk coming in, man.
Listen,
you know what's going on.
The only thing I really want to say, man.
Hot boy, we see you, baby.
Keep the folks. Part of my daily prayers, man. Keep the folks in your life that's supposed to be there. Remove the ones that's not supposed to be there, and bring the ones in there that need me. You understand me? And that's it, man. You know, and I always get at the God, man, and let God guide that the best I can, man, because ain't nothing I can do about who don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? And don't mean me no good or mean my people no good. You know what I'm saying? And like my folks were saying, you just want to basically keep them folks in there, man. Keep your circle tight, man. And that's it, man. What else you need to do? You can't help everybody, man. Everybody don't want help.
Right.
You can't help everybody.
Can't help
but the folks that need help, you help them. The folks that's in your circle,
yeah, bro.
Keep them there, man. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You gotta keep your family tight, man.
Little Jew, nothing major.
Word. Make sure wherever you looking at it, you on Trife page, you on my page, you on the I'm Telling You page. When you see that link tree, you hit that link tree. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, the I'm Telling You podcast.
I'm telling you.
Make sure y'all jump over and look at that Thoughts by DeVille DI podcast. It's a little different, man. It's a little more tame than the I'm Telling You podcast. But if it's for you, it's for you. If it ain't, it ain't. But make sure you always be the reason somebody motivated or masturbated, because either way you made a difference.
I'm telling you, man. You already know, man. That's just what it is, man. And I appreciate all the listeners, everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We got people who ask about the podcast every week. We appreciate you, man. Keep watching, man. You know what it is. I'm telling you. We out. I'm still live. Y'all know what's going on. I ain't figured out how to turn it off yet, but give me a minute. Give me a minute.
I'm telling you, man, I be like, man, keep the folks in my